Difference between the water in this one and anything, what can you observe? Yes, Ella.
One water can be used and the other one is clear.
Okay, so one is whiter, so one appears to be whiter, the other one appears to be clearer, okay? Let's develop an appreciation for the different types of water that we have. Okay? And it will help us to enhance teamwork. So another difference, let's have a boy just to balance up just here.
One is foggy.
One is foggy, yes. The other one?
Transparent.
And this looks like a lake. I'm getting confused. Don't.
Saltline water and fresh water, and some animals that lives in that water, and I have understand well about it.
Very good. Thank you so much.
Karin, and today I am going to tell you about our lesson. So today we learned about water.
But the video, how was it?
The video was nice. It taught us about what happens if we put an object on salt water and fresh water.
Mm-hmm.
On fresh water, the object will sink down to the bottom,
Right.
while the salt water will technically make it float.
My name is Elena Bush. I'm from Pointe Larue School, and I found the lesson combat sounds very interesting, and the teacher explains it well, and I understand it so much.
Mm-hmm.
And we watched some videos about how water flow, how saline water makes objects float, and fresh water makes objects sink.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much.
So, who knows what are the process of desalination? Okay? You already know that there will be water restriction in certain parts of the country. So, now, if there is a scarcity of water, no, raise your hand. Who says yes? Okay, so if those who says yes, and there are some of you that the water is useful for us.
Can finish to drink.
Yes, you can use the water for you to drink.
Group activity.
Hey everyone! Today I'm bringing you a heartwarming story about how Seychelles is taking a giant leap towards saving our oceans. It's all happening at Pointe Larue Secondary School, where the Ministry of Education has rolled out an amazing pilot project on sustainable ocean management. Now what's really cool about this initiative is that it's not just about teaching kids facts and figures, they're integrating ocean literacy into the very fabric of their education system. That means students are learning about the ocean's vital role in our ecosystem and how they can help protect it, right alongside their regular subjects. Imagine this, getting hands-on experience with marine conservation techniques, learning about their own mini research projects on coral reefs and marine biodiversity. How awesome is that? The goal here is to align educational objectives with the principles of the blue economy. For those who might not know, the blue economy is all about using ocean resources sustainably for economic growth, improved livelihoods, and ocean ecosystem health. It's like hitting 3 birds with 1 stone. The kids at Pointe Larue Secondary School are not just future leaders, they're becoming ocean ambassadors. They're gaining the knowledge and skills to make informed decisions that will help protect our oceans for generations to come. This project is a beacon of hope and a shining example of how education can drive real change, and who knows, maybe other schools around the world will catch on and start their own ocean literacy programs. Thanks for watching. If you're as inspired as I am, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Let's spread the word and keep our oceans blue. Catch you in the next video.
You put the word dye, anything. How many colors present in the dye? This is the experiment. Okay, I put it in the alcohol. We have to wait. Then it absorbs the alcohol, it makes the different colors. Because it takes time. We have to wait for this one. Water, the vapors come through the condenser.
The reason why it's called dead, because it contains high amount of salt water and no living thing can survive in it. So, let me enjoy my nap. It's time for me to zoom out.
How do you make water to be good?
How do you see?
How what is that process? Like
Water.
inflation. And when we look at that inflation water, the ocean water is treated, it is processed and is used in homes.
Survival on land. Makes a form when water finds its way into a basin.
You remember we started on the topic water? Yeah, and then we talked about uses.
Nothing else? All?
I think I have some.
Prima destillada. Salination water, saline water. Like the saline water, we get another saline water. That we not to say. Okay? We just saline. So when something like that, we say fine fresh water, something agua, that is key. Saline water, testing kawasan water, video, itu motor saline water, extra saline water. Cuma ya ini, cuma saya, cuma ya betul cuma saya. Allez. Il est exactement beau. Avec dit, les terres ont
It's all about the concept of saline water and fresh water. Saline water is water that contains salt and mineral ions, while fresh water is water that does not contain salt. Now, saline water, like we all know, typically is the water from the ocean and the sea. Okay? So because of that, it contains a lot of salt and mineral ions. And sometimes we refer it as the hard water because of the salt that it contains. To remove the salt, we use the process called desalination, whereby a machine is used to remove the salt content in the water. Okay? From the little experiments we've done, saline water is heavier or denser than fresh water because of the salt content and mineral ions it contains. Now we go to the fresh water. The fresh water, which we've known that it's a water that does not contain salt. All right? The fresh water, typical examples are the rainwater, the river surface water, the spring water, the dam water. These are fresh waters. Okay? And it is less dense than saline water. Fresh water is less dense than saline water because it does not contain salt. However, it contains impurities. Now, for us to consume this fresh water, we still need to treat it or purify it. And doing that is by purification. Okay, so we call it freshwater treatment, and it's done through 4 stages. The first stage is the lumping, the second stage is the sedimentation, the third stage is filtration, and the final stage is chlorination. However, there are some theories that will explain that only 3 stages are used, which are sedimentation, filtration, and chlorination. But in the secondary school, we have been told to let them know that it is 4 stages. First is the lumping, second is the sedimentation, third is the filtration, and the fourth is the chlorination. The first one, lumping, is adding a chemical to clog the particles, the heavy particles, any heavy particle in the water. You add a chemical and the chemical clogs the particles. And when the particles clog, they are removed. Then the water from that tank, it goes to the second tank, which is the sedimentation tank. Now in the sedimentation tank, the water is left to settle. So when the water settles, the impurities and particles in the water will settle, and the water will be taken away while the impurities are taken out. Then it goes to the third tank, which is the filtration. In the filtration tank, we use a sand filter there or a filter bed there to remove any small particles still remaining in the water, because still believe that there are still small particles remaining in the water. So in the filtration tank, the filter bed removes small particles still remaining in the water. So after those small particles have been removed in the filtration tank, the water is now passed to the last tank, which is the chlorination tank. Now in the chlorination tank, or we call it chlorination tank or disinfection tank, there it is where chlorine is added to this water. So chlorine is added to kill any germ or bacteria in the water. So as the chlorine is added there, any germ or any microorganism is killed in the water. Then after that, the water is now passed to a storage tank where it is now distributed to public homes and factories for use.
Explain what saline water and fresh water are, okay?
Ms. Patricia from Pointe Larue Secondary School. So Pointe Larue is one of the schools which is running the pilot project concerning sustainable ocean management, which is a program that the Ministry of Education wants to impart in the schools. So they have basically come up with activities which can help us to keep students more engaged in class. All the while teaching them about how they can manage the ocean, how they can use water sustainably, how they can reduce pollution and such things. So in sustainable ocean management, there's a booklet which has been produced, which is just being run as a pilot. And in this book, there are different activities for each topic. There are lesson plans. They are given steps on how you can teach particular lessons to maximize the concentration of students. So as Pointe Larue Secondary School, we're going to conduct a series of lessons in F1, and after a certain period, we're going to analyze this and see how it will benefit our students.
So how do we make sure that we come together with all the stakeholders to make sure that the ocean is going to be sustainable? So basically, this is all about the idea of introducing this concept in schools, starting with the S1 level.